We request our next speaker, Ashish Jain, to kindly click on request to speak. He will going to present a presentation on artificial intelligence in post-COVID-19 analysis.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the 6th International Conference on Management, Engineering, Science, Social Science, and Humanities. My topic for the presentation is Artificial Intelligence in Post-COVID-19 Analysis. Here are the outlines of the presentations. First, I'll talk about my topic, then what are the system development and the architecture, then the methodology used for the research, and at the last, I will discuss about research and discussion. So this research is totally about, as you all know, that we have been hit by the pandemic around mid 2020, where the world was facing the COVID-19 cases and there was no vaccination at that time. So this analysis is based on the second wave of this COVID-19, after which we got the vaccinations and most of the countries has started their vaccination schedule. As of now, India has completed their more than 100 million mark of the vaccination in the country. And this analysis consists of the prediction of COVID-19 cases in the case of confirmed cases, disease cases, recovered cases, and the vaccination prediction, like fully vaccinated. In India, there would be 2 doses for the vaccinations, for the fully vaccination, and a single dose for the partial vaccination. So both of the predictions has been done. And apart from that, there has been some visualizations of data has been done to get the insights, like how many deaths has been occurred in different states in India on the confirmed cases. All the analysis that has been made and is been used with the help of SARIMA model, which is a seasonal auto-regression integrated moving average model, which is used for the prediction and forecasting of time series data. Apart from that, there have been different Python libraries which has been used to develop this system, such as Matplotlib, pginter, Plotly, etc. The development architecture of the research is as follows. First, to find the models, so there are the 4 steps. First is identification, second is estimation, third is diagnostic checking, and fourth is forecasting. This process is based on Box-Jenkins model, which is used to develop any prediction model for forecasting. So in the first, we have identified the model which is best suited for the time series data that we have of the COVID cases. That data has been crowdsourced from the different APIs that are available in India. And after identification of the model has been evaluated to find the best fit. Once that best fit model has been evaluated, it has been verified on a training and the testing data. And after that, it has been used to forecast the data. In the system development, for the ease of the users, so that everyone can easily see the COVID-19 analysis, a GUI has been developed which has 3 sections, in which the first section talks about the analysis and prediction of COVID-19 cases. The second one talks about the visualization of all the data on district level. That means because in India we have different states, and each state has multiple districts in it. So the second section talks about that district analysis, while the third one talks about the vaccination analysis and prediction of the COVID-19. After that, the methodology that has been used. So as I told about that, the main model is SARIMA model. So the SARIMA model is basically described as 2 kind of parameters are there. First is your seasonal parameter, and second one are non-seasonal parameter. So here in the P, small p and the capital P, these are the non-seasonal and seasonal parameters which are used for the auto-regressive terms. Like to stationarize the series, there are certain legs which are being computed in this auto-regressive term. Then we have this seasonal differentiation to stationarize the series. Then we have this Q parameters. So basically, these are the moving average terms. As the time series analysis, time series proceed, so this particular parameter help us to get that moving average on all the terms. While the last one is the S, which indicates the seasonal length for the data, like we are analyzing on the COVID-19 cases on monthly and daily basis, so it can be a different value. Then to find the best fit model for the prediction of this COVID-19 cases and the vaccination, these are the two
6
information,
PM
that
to
is
5 PM.
Eckert information criteria and
this is the
Pearson
ongoing
information
show.
criteria,
That
which are used to find the best fit model with seasonal and non-seasonal parameters. So in Python, when we develop the help of SERIMAX function, these two informations are calculated, and based on that, the best, the lesser the values and the best would be the model. So after that, this SERIMAX function takes two parameters, order and seasonal order. So these are the parameters like we discussed in this slide. This PDQ, the small one and the capital one. So these are the non-seasonal and seasonal parameters which are calculated in the SERIMAX function. So these were the methodology, and this is the results that we have analyzed. So these are the visualization of data, that how the COVID-19 cases proceeds in India. So we can see that on July 23rd, there were like 1.7 million cases were the confirmed one. Out of them, there was somewhere around 994
So you can manage that.
thousands were active cases, while the recovered one somewhere around 1.6. And then we have the disease cases somewhere around 22,000. So this is the time series that is showing that how this COVID proceeds in India. And on this, we can see that there is a peak over here, which is likely to be in the month of May, where on that day, India has the highest number of active COVID cases. Then we have this another analysis which shows that how many deaths were there on the confirmed cases. And we can see it is based on the Uttar Pradesh state of India, and in that we can see that there is a Basti district, there is a Ambedkar Nagar district, which has the highest death ratio on the confirmed cases, which is likely to be 2.96%. Then this is one of the analysis where we have shown that how many percentage of vaccination has been done state-wise, which is a part of the overall, like the 10% that overall vaccinations, out of that 10% has been done in March.
Ashish, 2 more minutes.
Yeah, just I'm concluding. And at last we have this partially vaccinated versus population ratio. That means how many people have been vaccinated out of the total population of the state. So we can see by this analysis that Lakshadweep has the highest percentage ratio of 73%, that people has been partially vaccinated as per their population. While the being the largest states in India, Uttar Pradesh and Bihar at the below level. While the number of vaccinations were highest, but the population percentage is very low. And this is the forecasting and prediction of the vaccination. So you can see that based on this, it is likely to be the best model, as it is likely to be the original data. And we can see that these were some of the data that has been shown with the partial vaccination of actual data and the predicted one. So on likely to be that, we have seen that the accuracy that we got in this analysis was likely to be 99 point something. So that's all from my side. Thank you all. I hope if anyone have any questions, then they can.
Thank you, Ashish. You had very insightful, included the artificial intelligence for post-COVID-19 analysis in India, and your studies are meeting very good results, and the accuracy of your results are very high.